Welcome back to another episode of How to What Is, guys. So today we are going to talk about how to get the most out of your iPhone SE 2020, which was launched around last month or last 2 months?
Something like that.
Something like that. So yeah, we are going to talk about it. And I actually heard a lot of good things about it. So personally, I didn't try to use the iPhone SE before, but Nick, I know you covered a lot of news about it and also tried it. So what do you think about this smartphone?
Well, it's nothing really super exciting, but at the same time, what's interesting is that it's fairly cheap for a current generation iPhone. This is the 64 gig version and it retails for 1,999 ringgit. So that's actually a really affordable entry point into the Apple ecosystem for a current generation iPhone.
Right.
It's interesting because before this, the cheapest iPhone was the iPhone 12, right?
iPhone 12?
iPhone 11. iPhone 11. Right.
Yeah,
Cheapest iPhone is the iPhone 11.
3,299.
Something like that, yeah. So that's still pretty expensive for like a base model phone. This is only 2,000 ringgit, which is still not only but relatively speaking, it's affordable and it's a new iPhone.
But 1,999 ringgit, right? You can actually buy other phones, like Android phones lah. There's actually like
Cannot compare.
Can compare.
Cannot
you know,
compare
like the Realme X3 Super Zoom.
Your Android phone got this logo or not? Okay, fine. Sorry. Please continue.
But this phone can zoom up to 60 times or not? Cannot, right?
It's
and there's only one camera. There's no wide angle camera because I like phones that has wide angle camera, so you can take more pictures.
Yeah, it's a bit more versatile, right?
More versatile. Then the X3 Super Zoom also has a 120 Hz refresh rate.
The Realme, is it?
Realme, what did I say?
Yeah. No, I'm just double checking.
Yeah, Realme X3 Super Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you compare the iPhone SE on paper to identical priced Android phones, the identically priced Android phones are generally pretty good at 2,000 ringgit. Like you mentioned, there's the Realme X3 Super Zoom. There's
Pocophone.
The Poco F2 Pro.
Poco F2 Pro, yeah.
Yeah, that's like that has a Snapdragon A65, I believe.
Yes.
Right, which is one of the best out there right now for Android phones.
More cameras.
Four
cameras.
Four cameras.
64 megapixel main camera.
Yes, so the difference here is that the iPhone SE provides you access to the Apple ecosystem, and no amount of hardware is going to be able to do that other than this little bit of hardware over here.
So what's so great about your Apple ecosystem?
Well, first up, the Apple ecosystem is probably one of the most popular, not popular, but it's one of the most well-regarded ecosystems out there, right? In terms of how seamless it is, in terms of how well it's been designed, and in terms of, because basically iOS and macOS and iPadOS and watchOS and all that, it's they're only designed for Apple devices. So because of that, everything works together a lot more seamlessly compared to Androids, where you have to deal with different OEMs like Samsung and Huawei and whatever, or Huawei, different story already now. But yeah, so I mean, to me, the biggest thing is that it brings you into the ecosystem. And with the ecosystem, you have so much that you can access, which really helps you to get the most out of even a pretty simple phone like this. But in any case, there's actually a nifty little feature that allows you to connect two AirPods to the same iPhone, which is really cool. So all you need to do is I only have one pair at the moment. So like AirPods, what you do is obviously you go near when it's already paired and you flip open the case, and so your iPhone will tell you like that the AirPods has been detected, right? So let's say you're already using them, right? And you bring in another pair of AirPods and you open them up, and you will be notified again that there is a second pair of AirPods that you want to listen to, that you want to use at the same time.
You need to buy two AirPods for this.
Of course, but that's part of being in an ecosystem, You cannot just let any Tom, Dick and Harry create headphones to enter the ecosystem. That's how problems happen, that's how bugs happen. I've actually used it quite a lot with my girlfriend when we're watching videos on YouTube on my iPad and stuff, and it's fun, it's better than sharing one ear each, right? That's what everybody does, right? All this. I don't think there's equivalent of that for Android at the moment. 2,000 ringgit, 1,000 ringgit, 20,000 ringgit. I haven't really seen something that works as well, or something that's built into the Android UI. What about, I know that despite the fact that you are talking about how value for money Android phones are, I know you use an iPhone, you're using an iPad right now as well. So I remember you showing me something to do with, what's it called?
The continuity.
Universal Clipboard.
Yeah.
How does that work again?
To use this, right, you need to sign up to a same iCloud account.
Okay,
sign up to it, yeah. So you just need to copy any text or any picture, just copy, right? Okay, so then you just need to paste it on your iPad or your MacBook or anything, just paste it.
Ooh, do you need to like keep your Bluetooth on for this, right?
Yes. You need to keep your Bluetooth on.
Okay.
So that's very convenient.
Does it work the other way around as well?
Yes.
So you can copy something on your Mac?
Anywhere, just from your MacBook to your iPhone or your iPhone to your iPad, anywhere.
Okay, so I haven't actually used that on any of my Apple devices before because I don't really use an iPhone as my main driver, to be honest with you, but I do use an iPad, sometimes use a MacBook. Of course, you have the same access to all the other little nifty features in the iOS ecosystem, the Apple ecosystem. There's FaceTime. Obviously, everybody knows about FaceTime. And yeah, it's seamless, and for 2,000 ringgit, it's a current generation iPhone. You don't need to go and get yourself like an old iPhone. You don't need to go and get yourself like an iPod Touch. You get a brand new iPhone with the A13 Bionic. Alright, so something else that I actually noticed when I was using the iPhone is obviously it comes with a 5-watt charger.
Yes.
So a 5-watt charger is slow lah. I don't think there's any two ways about
slow.
it. Yeah. So most Android phones come with at least 10-watt chargers or even more. But you can actually still charge your iPhone faster if you use a third-party charger or if you buy another charger from Apple. You can go up to 18 watts, which is okay, which is about the market standard.
But you need to buy. The cable is like 149 ringgit, you know. Then the adapter, also another 149, you know. So
Yes.
together, you need to pay extra 300 just to charge your iPhone SE faster.
Not necessarily. So, okay, first of all, you need a USB-C to Lightning cable. So that's gonna cost you like 150 from Apple, but if you look for an MFI certified one on Lazada or Shopee or whatever, you might be able to get something cheaper. Then all you need is a USB power delivery compliant USB-C charger.
Android phones out of the box also got already one.
Yeah, definitely. Most Android phones come with 18 watts out of the box. So, but the point is that you can. So if you want to charge your iPhone a little bit faster and you've got a little bit of money to burn and in your rush, you can buy a USB PD compliant charger along with the Type-C to Lightning cable to charge your iPhone. Apple says, I think half an hour gets you 50%.
Yeah.
So it's faster lah, but it's a little bit expensive, but you can if you want to, and that's the cool thing here.
But one thing I always like about Apple is its camera. So I usually use the camera to shoot my videos and stuff. I don't know you know about that or not. Most of my videos I use an iPhone.
Oh, most of your videos?
Ichimi lah.
Oh, okay.
Simple video I can use.
Oh,
iPhone,
during work
right?
from home,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What about it makes it the phone of choice for you?
Yeah, it's more natural when you compare it to Android phones, because Android phones, you know, sometimes they'll over beautify your scene or over beautify your face, you know.
That's true.
So
That's
this is
true,
very natural looking, so that's why I like it so much.
Yeah, to be honest, a lot of us use iPhones to take videos when we don't have access to cameras, and that's because a lot of different iPhones, not just like the 11 Pro Max or something like that. That's because it generally gives you the most balanced results among the other phones we've tried, very consistent results. Just like the iPhone 8, it does 4K resolution at 60 FPS.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool that you can do that.
Okay, so how to shoot 4K 60 frames per second on the iPhone SE? So first things first, you have to launch the camera app, then swipe left to change into video mode. Unlike older iPhones where you have to change the video resolution manually in the settings app, the iPhone SE 2020 allows you to switch the resolution within the camera app itself by clicking on the top right corner. There will be an option for you to change the resolution there, so you don't need to switch them from the settings on your iPhone. Simple as that. The portrait photos are also quite nice, I realized, about iPhone.
But you have to consider that there's just one lens here, so the portrait effect or any sort of like depth of field is done. There's no depth sensor, so it's done software. It's done via software.
But it's pretty good. You can try it out.
Yeah, it's still pretty good. Let's take a picture now, actually. So we're gonna put the results here so you can see it, the exact same photo we took. So even though it's only a single camera, Ray looks tired, but the photo looks good. It's just a really well defined.
Yeah, the edge detection.
The software really makes this a really good portrait shot. But as I've mentioned before, the biggest deal about the iPhone SE20 is the iPhone SE 2020 is the A13 Bionic Chip. Again, this is a flagship class processor in a fairly cheap iPhone, which means that you have the power under the hood to do the same things that most of the flagship iPhones can do right now. So I think Ray has been playing around a little bit with a few apps, right?
Mostly AR-based apps.
That's a kind of
because
Apple's thing.
A13 Bionic Chip works very well with AR integrated stuff lah.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
yeah, I actually downloaded some apps. What I like is this Wonderscope. It's actually pretty cool lah.
Let's get this party started. So basically the cool thing is that it's gonna run, this game is gonna run just as well on this 2000 ringgit iPhone as it would on like a 5000, 6000 ringgit iPhone 11 Pro Max. Whoa, cool. So what are you supposed to do?
Look for.
Seeing the landing lights. Look for somewhere brighter with clear patterns, like a carpet or a blanket.
I guess these AR kind of games mean that kids can still play games and still see what's going on in front of them. So you can use this while you're walking on the road and all that, driving.
Hello? Oh, and you can interact with him.
I didn't realize someone was here.
So in case you guys can't already tell, everything's running really smoothly, and again,
it's very smooth, oh?
Everything works great actually, and a lot of that is down to the A13 Bionic Chip. So let's try something else. There are a couple of games that we looked at. Actually, a colleague of ours, Zamira, she compiled a couple of really cool apps that you can use on your iPhone SE that really bring out the best of it. So we're gonna put the link in the description box below. But Ray has picked like 2 or 3 that she really likes, so she wants to show it off a bit. So let's watch.
Should we try memorize?
Sure.
Yeah. What do you want to learn? Like there's few... Chinese, okay, can. So you can actually point to a subject, an object, subject, an object, then it will show you the translation. Like for example, how is this a toaster? Maybe turn it around. Maybe turn it around. Yeah.
手机
手机
电话啦。
電話啦，係啊。
So it's really cool. So this basically means that you can point your iPhone at anything you want, and depending how good everything goes. It's an educational app. I think a lot of the AR games, or not games, but a lot of the AR apps are educational.
Yeah, most of them is educational, so it's fine.
As I said, a lot of these apps are available on the App Store, and if you want to see like a longer list of these apps, click on this link below. Plus, speaking of iOS, iOS 14 has just been announced, so there's gonna be quite a few improvements, like almost like an app drawer, you know.
Oh, widgets! Oh, I remember there's widgets
There's
now.
widgets that now you can finally move around. How revolutionary is that? You can actually put the widgets on your home screen in between your apps.
So the official build of iOS 14 is currently not available yet, but if you can't wait to get it, you can download the beta version. If you're not willing to go through any possible hassle or bugs, it isn't advisable for you to try out the beta release just yet. Only proceed if you're fully aware of what you're getting into, and we recommend installing it on a spare iPhone as opposed to your primary device. So here's what you need to do to download the iOS 14 beta. All you need to do is to first head over to the Apple Beta Software Program website and to sign up or log in with your Apple ID. Once you're in, there will be an option for you to enroll your device. On the Enroll Your Device page, you can scroll down and click on the Download profile, and once that's done, you can go over to your iPhone settings and click on General, and then head over to Software Updates. Over there, you should see iOS 14 public beta that's now available for download, so all you need to do is to click Download and Install. It's as simple as that. So once you have the beta installed, here are a few nifty little tricks that we have found on iOS 14.
Okay, so first things first, there's app clips. So this app allows users to preview some parts of the app without having to download them. For example, when you scan a QR code, a dedicated app clip code or NFC text, your iPhone will launch the app clip card. You can then tap open to launch the app without downloading it. App clips are compatible with Apple Pay and sign in with Apple, although Apple Pay isn't available in Malaysia just yet.
Just like WhatsApp, you can now pin your favorite contacts at the top of your Messages app on iOS 14, so you can save some time when you need to contact them. To do that, all you have to do is to swipe left on a conversation, and there will be a pin icon which then allows you to pin the contact at the top of your Messages. Besides that, group chats have also been improved with threaded replies and mentions. This means that you can reduce the clutter of big group chats by replying to specific messages or threads just like this.
There's also the brand new Translate app, which allows you to immediately translate phrases and words by using voice-to-text technology. And what's interesting is that it works offline as well. There's a total of 11 languages supported, including Chinese, German, Spanish, and the list goes on. To use the translation app, just enter a text or a sentence and you should see its translation appear on the screen. There's also a microphone icon at the bottom of the screen. You can say what you want to translate by tapping on the microphone button. The translation will appear on the screen once you're done with it. So that's why it's so cool to have an iPhone, you know. You get the latest software updates.
Yeah, Apple always keeps their, not always, but a lot of their older phones still get support.
Even the 5 years old iPhone 6s, there will be iOS 14 for that phone, right? if I'm not mistaken.
iOS 14 basically supports any phone that supports iOS 13.
iOS 6, iPhone 6.
Yeah, so
it's supported.
that's pretty amazing. But so if you buy like an iPhone, that's the great thing. You know that you're gonna get support for a pretty long amount of time, and that's pretty cool.
So besides games from the Apple App Store, there's actually Apple Arcade as well. So you can actually purchase monthly, like 19 ringgit 90 cents for 1 month, so you can have access to all the games from Apple Arcade. Most of the games are really cute lah, what I see from Apple Arcade.
Plus they're exclusive. A lot of the games on Apple Arcade are exclusive indie games, which means you cannot get them anywhere else, you cannot buy them on the App Store, and of course you can't use them on Android. I have tried Apple Arcade. You get 1 month for free, so you can try it out 1 month for free. And then there's also a good tip is that there are 6 family sharing options. So that means that if you have a family of 6, or if you're very close friends with 6, you can share your membership. Yeah. But keep in mind that if you're doing family sharing, some of your personal information might be shared, so you might need to set permissions for your credit card, for stuff like that. And that's what's held me back from doing it with people, so I just have my own. But yeah, Apple Arcade is actually really, really cute, and it works offline as well, so you can just play even if you have no connectivity at that moment. And yeah, Apple Arcade is pretty awesome. So that's just about it. Basically, getting the most out of your iPhone SE 2020 is more or less about getting the most out of your iOS operating system. So at just 1,999 ringgit and with a current generation flagship class processor, the iPhone SE does offer a lot lah for what it's priced at, I think.
Okay, so that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like our video if you liked it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already, and also remember to click on the notification bell icon so you'll be notified whenever we post a brand new video. And we will see you in the next episode. Bye!